Hello and welcome to this first video, which will be documenting my part in helping to set up a brand new network marketing company, or as I prefer to call it, leverage sales. Now, it was my intention, we've all seen the videos of the guys in the Lamborghinis and dripping in gold and all that stuff, and it's not lost on me that I'm actually sat in the marina in Dubai. But in any case, it just so happens that I'm here working with one of the co-founders of the business, so that's why I'm here. Very lucky. But it's quite interesting, because we do see those tacky videos with the Lamborghinis and everything. And more often than not, it is too good to be true. So I just thought it might be really interesting to document helping to start and set up a network marketing company. I want to point out that right here, right now, I'm not any part of ownership. I don't have shares in the company or anything like that, but I have been brought in to help set it up. And I will also be building a team. And so I thought that would be quite interesting for those in this space that's ever been in this space or looking at getting into leverage sales. There's undoubtedly going to be bumps in the road, and I want this to be like my diary of what's going on, both as someone that's helping to shape the company, and what an honor that is, but also my own part in trying to build a team. And it's never easy, and again, if anyone tells you it is, it isn't. But we have to put the work in right now for little to no money in order to have a tomorrow that people can only dream of. And that's why I'm doing this new channel. So before we do anything, because this is the first video that I'm doing on this, please hit the like button if you like the cut on my jib, and please subscribe, because in that way YouTube will push out the future videos to you. So I want to also be very, very honest with you. I'm going to jettison some of my hang-ups, and I want to talk openly and honest about it, because in the past I've been involved in other companies probably 25, 30 years now. But first and foremost, I have this issue where I am a working professional musician, and I'm very lucky that I do work at a reasonably high level. I get to do arena tours and work in some of the best studios in the world. And that gives me a kind of schizophrenia, because in the past I've been very, very worried about promoting side hustles and stuff like that, because in my mind it becomes a detriment to my persona of being a Prince of Darkness rock and roll guitar player. And for example, my previous company, I've been out the game for a couple of years now, and I didn't think I was going to get back into it actually until this happened. But my previous company was actually a cosmetics company, and I just thought, you know what, hard rock guitar player selling lipsticks, there's a mismatch there somehow. And so I found it very difficult to promote online. But having spoken to a very, very good friend and mentor of mine, he's like, just own it. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you now. Like, I do get to play some unbelievable venues. I've done open air festivals to hundreds of thousands of people. I get to do these arena tours, O2 Arena, I think that's like 20,000 people or something in London. But the reality is, yeah, when you do those tours, you can earn a little bit of money. You're not going to buy a house out of it, anywhere near it. Not even going to buy a car. But you have a lot of fun. I don't regret any of that. But the reality of being a musician is you don't really earn any money at all, hardly anything. You can't really survive now just being a musician. All the musicians I know generally teach their instrument. And in a way I do. So I play guitar. I'm lucky that I've got a nice studio, so I produce people in there. But again, that doesn't pay for the mortgage by any means. So I also teach audio production at university at master's level, very part-time. So that's why having a side hustle was always interesting for me. And the last company I was talking about, actually I was very honoured in 2017 to win an award called the Star of the Year at the DSA. That's the Direct Sellers Association. And that's kind of like the equivalent of Best Film at the Oscars. So huge, huge honour. And hopefully that will give you a little bit of faith that I do know a little bit about what I'm talking about. But getting back to musicians, you know, I think any musicians struggle, artists struggle, self-employed people struggle. So what I'm going to talk about over the next few videos in the next few weeks, months and years, hopefully, will be of benefit to anyone that's artistic, anyone that's self-employed and needs some extra money coming in, or perhaps even people that are just damn sick of their job. And I'm meeting more and more of those people. And also, let's not negate what AI is going to do in the next, God knows, 3, 4, 5 years. AI is going to decimate professions, and maybe you're in one of those professions where you've got a target on your back. You know, I wouldn't want my kids to be going studying accountancy right now or law because they're completely in the firing line. You know, who would have ever thought a profession like that? But in reality, people will be looking for something different. And it is my belief that everything I've learnt up to now in the leverage sales space has led to this moment that sees me sat in this cafe in Dubai right now talking to you. Now, the other thing is this company appeals to me because it's in the wellness space. Now, there's a few different angles to it, and we'll get into that, but essentially there's 3 core columns of products. At this moment there will be 8 products, not launched at the moment, but there will be 8 products. But the 3 core columns that we're going to help with is, number 1, let's say one of the flagship products, we'll be dealing with people that are involved with rapid weight loss. So you all know someone that's on a weight loss jab, and the numbers are simply staggering as to how many people are on weight loss jabs. Now, what happens with weight loss jabs is one of the first thing it affects is your muscles, and it starts wasting away the muscles, and that's why you hear the term Ozempic face. And no doubt you've seen some Hollywood movie stars and famous people who shall not be named that look very, very ghostly and gaunt. And one of the flagship products helps to counteract that. So this space is really big, it's really growing, and it's really, really needed. These products have been formulated by an award-winning pharmacist based in the UK. The ingredients are second to none. We can pit these ingredients, if you put them next to anything, you will see that these are just far, far superior. With supplements, you're allowed to get them manufactured in a food grade plant. This is actually being manufactured, all the products are being manufactured in a nutraceutical grade plant. The levels, the quantities of ingredients in there, second to none. The second space that we have is for ladies going through the menopause, that brings its own set of issues. And the third one is for people over the age of 50, and that's where I come in. Because let me tell you, I still do get to bounce across the stage, but man, I suffer for it. After I've done a few dates on tour, my back hurts, my knees hurt, my hips are going. And that's the third category for people over the age of 50. This really, really helps. The company has had independent reports done by some PhD boffins that have come back. You know, they weren't going to pull any punches. They were paid to absolutely pull this apart in pricing, in the ingredients, in the market share and all this kind of stuff. And it just came back with an absolutely glowing report. So I'm looking forward to taking the over 50 stuff, because I am really, really suffering these days. But again, so it's interesting for me because these products will allow me to keep treading the boards and playing my guitar physically, and also enable me to do it more because of financial restraints. So all I ever want to do with a side hustle is just have enough money coming in that allows me to do more music. And that's my thing. That's why I want to do it. And for you, it's something entirely different. For you, it might be taking the whole family to Borneo or Australia or America or wherever it is, whatever your thing is, or just wanting to ease the burden of paying the mortgage. And that's what we're all after, isn't it? So if you like the cut of my jib, please subscribe, like this video, and then YouTube knows to sort of put this in other people's feed, and hopefully I can turn this into a great diary of the progress of this company. If any of you want to know more, please drop a little comment below and I'll get in touch with you, but I'll be more open about the company in subsequent videos. But that's it for now. Have a great day.